Hey everyone! Today we're jumping into a topic that's, well, it's becoming more and more critical every single day. AI ethics. Think of it as the rulebook we're all trying to write, together, to make sure the AI that's shaping our world is actually reliable, responsible, and most importantly, safe for all of us.
Just think about that for a second. An AI could be the thing that decides whether you get a loan for your first house, or it might be supporting a doctor's medical diagnosis. These are massive, life-changing decisions, right? So the question really isn't if we should trust AI, it's how we build an AI that's truly worthy of our trust in the first place.
So to really get why we need a framework for this stuff, we first have to wrap our heads around the central dilemma that AI brings to the table. It's this constant balancing act between incredible, game-changing rewards and some pretty significant risks. As AI gets more powerful and really weaves its way into everything we do, the risks, well, they grow right alongside all the amazing benefits. Without some clear ethical rules, we could easily end up with systems that misuse our data, make biased decisions, and honestly, operate in ways that we can't even begin to understand. So, yeah, we absolutely need a plan.
And that plan, it has a name: AI ethics. Now, this isn't just some vague, fluffy concept. It's a real, practical framework that's designed to guide the development of AI in a direction that benefits all of society. And this whole framework is really built on 5 core principles. You can see them here. They're kind of like the pillars holding up the entire structure. We've got fairness, transparency, accountability, privacy, and safety. So, let's break down what each of these actually means.
Okay, first up is fairness. This is all about making sure that AI doesn't create, or even worse, amplify the biases that we humans already have. So, for example, an AI that's approving loans shouldn't be discriminating based on your gender or your race. Fairness is all about making sure the system's decisions are equitable for everyone involved. Next up, we've got transparency. Think about it. If an AI denies your loan application, you should have the right to know why. Transparency means we need to be able to peek inside that so-called black box and actually understand the logic behind an AI's decision. It's absolutely crucial for building trust.
And that leads us right into accountability. If a self-driving car gets into an accident, who's responsible? Is it the owner, the software developer, the car manufacturer? Accountability is all about drawing clear lines of responsibility so that when things do go wrong, we know exactly who needs to step up and fix it.
And, of course, underpinning all of this is privacy. An ethical AI just has to be designed to protect your personal information, period. That means using techniques like anonymization and strong encryption. And just as important, it means only collecting the data that is absolutely essential for the AI to do its job.
And finally, we have safety. Now, this one sounds straightforward, but it is so critical. The AI has to be built from the ground up to avoid causing unintentional harm. Whether we're talking about an autonomous car on the highway or a diagnostic tool in a hospital, its #1 job has to be operating safely out here in the real world.
Okay, so we've got the principles. That's great. But how do developers actually take these big ideas and turn them into code? Let's take a look at how these concepts get built directly into the AI development process itself.
As you can see, it's really a multi-layered approach. It all starts at the very foundation, using diverse data so you don't end up with skewed results from the get-go. Then you've got to have regular bias testing to actively hunt for any unfair patterns. The systems have to be explainable, and privacy tech like encryption, that has to be built in from day one. And this last one's a big one. For those really high-stakes decisions, you always want to have a human in the loop for that final review and approval. All right, let's bring this down to earth. Where does this framework actually make a difference? Well, the truth is, these applications are already all around us in some of the most important parts of our lives. Take healthcare, for instance. AI ethics helps make sure that diagnostic tools work just as well for all different kinds of patient groups. For self-driving cars, it's all about programming in strict safety rules. And in things like finance and hiring, the main goal is to stamp out those biased decisions, to make sure everyone gets a fair shot based on their qualifications, not their background.
But look, putting all of this into practice is not simple. As you can see here, the advantages are pretty clear. It builds trust, it lowers legal risks, and it promotes fairness. But on the flip side, there are some very real limitations. You can run into these really complex trade-offs between what's fair and what's most accurate. It can be expensive and time-consuming to implement, and trying to navigate the mess of inconsistent global regulations, that's a huge challenge all on its own. So, where are we heading?
This whole field is moving at lightning speed, and the work of building AI we can actually trust is really just getting started. Let's take a quick peek at what's on the horizon.
We're already starting to see some amazing stuff, like automated tools where one AI audits another AI to check it for fairness. There's also this huge push for global standards so that these ethical guidelines don't just disappear when you cross a border. And get this, pretty soon we might even see ethical certifications on AI products, kind of like an organic label on food, to signal which systems are actually built to be trustworthy.
And that brings us to the final, and I think most crucial question of all. Look, building smarter, more powerful AI, that's one thing. But building wiser AI, AI that is genuinely fair, transparent, and aligned with our human values, well, that's the real challenge ahead. The framework we've walked through today is our best roadmap for getting there. Thanks for joining me.